And so when she opened the door, I was exposed for everything. Hey you guys, it's Meredith and I'm back with another video. Now I know to most of you watching, you're probably thinking, girl, what do you mean you're back? We never knew you were here. We've not seen a previous video. But a few of you will know that about 4 months ago, I actually posted on this channel with the intentions of introducing myself and explaining the type of content that I intended on dropping. However, after some traumatizing experiences with my family and friends, 4 months ago, I filmed my first video and I made the necessary yet traumatizing decision to share my video with some of my friends on an individual basis. I got generally good feedback and I felt good, so I kept it up there. Fast forward to a month later, I was linking up with a friend group of mine and we were all about to go home. I had taken my bath, I was getting ready, put my clothes on in the guest bedroom, and all of a sudden
I heard snickering and I heard my voice.
Automatically has a panic attack because my friend group is the type that will roast you and be unapologetic. And I know it's all coming from a good place, it's fun and games, but I was just so nervous because it took a lot for me to put myself out there in the first place. At that point, I didn't want anybody to say anything negative about me, especially not in a group. But yeah, so I peeked outside briefly and I saw all of my friends looking at the TV and smiling. And I saw my best friend up front with a notepad taking notes. And so they was like, all right, bring it on in, you know what's about to happen. So yeah, I sat down and they let me know what they think. It wasn't anything horrible, just nitpicky stuff like don't wear that lipstick, turn your ring light down, and get those water bottles out of there. So today I'm here with a nude lip. There are no water bottles in sight, and I've turned my ring light down so you can see all my melanin popping.
After some traumatizing experiences with my family and friends,
I've decided to come back today and regroup and show you all my best self. Because I think in my previous video I was not being as authentic as I should have been, and I think that was very apparent. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. As you can tell by the title, today I will be filming a get to know me tag. Not that anyone asked, but I thought if I'm gonna be taking people on this journey with me, let me give them a little preview as to who I am and what I'm about. So I looked online and I found some questions and I'm gonna answer them for you today. Let's get started. Now, as I said, absolutely no one asked me to film this video. So I actually had to pull these questions from a link that I found. And there are about 50 questions, but I doubt I'll answer all of them because they're not all really that interesting. And honestly, I probably don't have answers for all of them. A little known fact about me is that I struggle with answering questions directly, especially those ones that require you to tell the best or the worst or the most memorable or anything like that. Anything that has extremes to it, I find a lot of difficulty answering, and I can tend to ramble, and I don't want to do that today. So we're gonna keep it short and simple. Before I get started, this isn't on the tag, but I'm just gonna start off by saying this because I absolutely am in love with this. This is what I call my trio. My mom put it together for me, but I think it's very representative of the things that I would like a stranger to know about me because it gets to the point. It tells you everything you need to know. So as you can see, my name is Meredith and I am a Virgo, you can tell, and I'm a woman of God. So if you don't even watch the rest of the video, just know all that. Where did you grow up? I grew up in upstate South Carolina, and the next question is, where do you currently reside? And I still reside in upstate South Carolina. Who is your first best friend? My first best friend is Akiri. I met her when we were taking dance lessons together, and this had to be like early elementary school. and we've been solid since then. Obviously, as I've grown into a woman, I've, you know, developed other best friends. But if we're talking about traditional, I got a gun to my head, who I gotta pick, I'm gonna pick her. How tall are you? Me and my mom, and probably anybody that I talk to about my height, we probably would go back and forth about this, because I swear, I think by looking at me, most people would think, oh, she's like 5'7". But I'm actually 5'4.5". And for sake of not being petty, I'm 5'5". But I think I look taller than that. Dogs or cats? I am not an animal person by any means, but if I gotta choose somebody to rock with, I'm gonna rock with the dogs, simply because I've had a much more pleasant experience with dogs.
I think that cats are too mysterious and I don't ever know what they got up their sleeve.
But with dogs, I feel like they show their personality off the rip, and they remind me of little people, so I definitely pick dogs. Funniest moment throughout high school? You know, guys, my high school experience, I think, was full of funny moments, and not many of them were like funny in a way that they embarrassed me. But if I had to think back to the funniest moment that embarrassed me, I would say it occurred my freshman year of high school. And I hope you're following me when I say this, but I was beautiful my freshman year of high school, much like I'm beautiful today. But I was kind of lame because I just thought I was all that. Nobody could tell me anything. I definitely was doing too much, because I would find myself wearing heels to school, and I'm utterly disgusted that I even did that. And when I think back on it, I think I was wearing heels to make myself appear more mature to this guy that I was feeling at the time, who was older than me. And I just wanted to, I guess, look sexy, and I thought that looked sexy, but really it was lame. But yeah, I used to wear wedges to school. So I had class with this guy, like I said, that I really liked, and I had the class every day. So for the most part, I was trying to come to school looking cute, you know, going the extra mile. And one day in particular, I decided to put on my wedges and a blue and white striped shirt and some high-waist bell-bottom pants. And I'm not talking about boot cut. I'm talking about full-fledged bell-bottom from the 70s pants. And I thought I was cute. I thought it was all that. But where I ran into an issue was the class I had with him was completely on the other side of my next period. So when I got out of the class I had with him, I would have to run across campus to get to my other class and not be late. On this day in particular, I was already running a little bit late, probably because I was trying to smile in his face. And because I knew it took me a while to get to the other side of campus, I wouldn't go through the hallway because it would take me more time because it was more crowded. So I would walk outside. So this day I walked outside, and it was messy and wet and nasty outside. But because I'm already running a little late, I'm having to put a little pep in my step when I'm walking across campus, but not trying to look like I'm rushed, because I don't want to look, you know, like I'm doing too much, even though I am. So I'm trying to cutely walk across the school without anybody noticing that I'm in a rush, and I make it to the door right outside of my next period's classroom. I'm like, okay, I made it, I'm gonna be fine, even though I feel like I'm gonna be late. And right as I'm trying to get into the door, I fall on my face. And I know to many of you that probably won't seem like much, but I would have rather fallen in front of 1,000 strangers than had fallen and had to go into a classroom with my 2 childhood friends, because I knew they were not gonna let me live it down. That's just not the type of person that they were then. That's not who they are now. So I fell. In the moment, I was so sad, because I'm thinking,
oh my God, I hope nobody just saw me. I know I got mud all over my front. I'm trying to look cute.
I'm disgusted with myself. So I get up, I go inside the building, and I'm just thinking, do I want to skip class at this point? Because do I even want to have to explain what I've been through? Because I'm gonna have to, because I'm full of mud. I'm full of mud and wetness and disgust. But because I'm too much of a goody two shoes, I decided to go to class. And because I was late, the door was closed and it was locked, so I had to knock, and my teacher had to come to the door to let me in. She opened the door and exposed me for everything, for all my trying to be cute, all my trying to be fast. So look in this guy's face. They busted out laughing, and I'm pretty sure they didn't let me live that down that day, nor probably to this day, because it was just the mere fact that I had the nerve
to have on heels and go to school.
And they almost felt like, girl, that's what you get for trying too hard. That's what you get. You deserve it. Yeah, that's probably my most memorable / embarrassing / funniest moment throughout high school that I can remember. What year were you born? I was born on September 15th, 1997. So I'm a 97 baby. So I'm 23 right now. Are you in or have you gone to college? Yes, I actually graduated last May and walked in October due to COVID-19, and that by far has been my biggest accomplishment, something I'm so proud of, and I can't wait to attain more education as I get older, but I will go into that in a totally separate video because that's a long story. What is your favorite drink? My favorite drink is pretty much everybody else's favorite drink, and that is water. But if I'm gonna have something sweet, it's probably gonna be cranberry juice. And if I want something bubbly, I'm gonna grab a ginger ale. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? When I tell you I love smell goods, I'm not even exaggerating. And I've recently taken up this guilty pleasure of buying fragrances, but fine fragrances. I'm going to show you just a few of them today, and I think that'll give you the vibe if you ever smell them of what I like. So if it is like a date night, or it's cold outside, or I'm feeling like I want to smell sexy, I'm definitely gonna reach for my Black Opium, my YSL Black Opium. This is super sweet and vanilla and coffee-like and chocolatey, and I really like it. Super sexy. Now, this is just an aside, it's like an elaboration on that question that I just answered. But if I'm going to bed, I'm obviously not gonna spray my fine fragrance, but I do still want to smell good, and for that I will use an old school,
Slightly ghetto
goodie that probably every brown skinned girl has heard of, and that is these little fragrance or perfume body oils that you can get from the beauty supply store for like $2. I like to just rub them on myself when I get out of the shower after I've lotioned up, because I lotion up with like some pretty neutral lotions and oils. But I'll just take this like down my chest and on my neck and on my arms and in between my thighs, and I'll let that do me for at night. And I'll spray my pajamas with Pink Sugar by Pink Sugar. So I'm always smelling sweet. What are your life goals? How does one sum up what they want to do with their life in a couple of seconds? If I were to just put it simply, one of my biggest goals is to become a medical doctor. And every time I say that, I have to word it in this way because I want God to hear it and I want to speak it into fruition. So I will be a medical doctor by the time I'm 30. You can bet on it. But besides that, I also would love to be a mother and to be married and to find myself in a position where I can pour into those who have so consistently poured into myself, and also pour into other young women who may have had the same type of experiences that I've had, because my journey has been a non-traditional one, to say the least. Have any books you read changed your life? I think this is a difficult question to answer because I don't read a lot of books, and I hate to say that, but when I thought about it, I know one that I read in undergrad my freshman year definitely struck me, and I think laid the blueprint of how to live in my truth as I was coming of age, because that's what it was. It was a coming of age story, and it's called The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I definitely recommend it to all of you. Are you single or taken? I am currently in a long-term relationship with my college sweetheart. How would you describe your fashion sense? My fashion, I feel like, has been ever evolving, probably like everyone else, but I will say I have goals of just having a unique sense of fashion. But I think for right now, based on what's in my closet and what's in my drawers, I'm probably a trendy dresser, to be honest. But I have aspirations of changing that up and really delving into what I like and what frames my body well and what makes me feel good. So hopefully you will see that come out on this channel. What is your go-to hairstyle? I'm gonna take it back. Okay, if you knew me probably in elementary school, like 5K on up to 5th grade, you would probably say, Meredith, she's gonna have some plaits. One up here, 2 on the side, 1 back here, and 2 back here. When I got into middle school, I started getting my hair pressed out, and so at that point, you would probably say she's silk press Meredith. And then when I went into high school, probably the early part I was still getting silk presses, but definitely like in my junior and senior year, I started embracing my natural hair and I stopped putting a lot of heat on my hair. So for the most part, I was wearing natural styles, like my hair was slicked back much like it is today, or it might be blow dried with some long curls. So that was definitely for that period. But when I got into college, I was completely natural, and I mean, I did not straighten my hair, and if I did, it was once a year. And I was very much so focused on growing my hair out because due to all the silk presses, I had gotten a lot of heat damage. And so I was really on a mission to give my hair the love that it really deserved and that I had not been giving it in years past. And so once I got to a point where I was semi-comfortable, I cut off all of my dead ends and my straight pieces, and I was left with a curly fro. And here we are a year later, and although my hair is slicked back today for the case of showing my beautiful face, my go-to style these days is definitely a wash and go. I love my texture. I love the fullness and the volume, and I love the beauty of natural hair. So that's definitely my go-to. Tell us one thing about you we wouldn't know. I am a songstress, and I have been since I was a little girl, pretty much like other vocalists. I grew up in church singing, and then when I got into elementary school at about age, I don't know, I'd say like 9, I started taking voice lessons at a pre-college. I continued taking voice lessons up on into college, and actually got a scholarship for it. So I'd say I'm pretty good, but I think every opportunity that I've had to sing publicly, I've not given myself the justice that I deserve. And I think that's because me and my mama have a conspiracy theory that my voice is only at its optimal sound and quality at around 5:30 p.m. and I only have like a 30-minute window to sing. So if you want to hear me sing, catch me at 5:30 any day. What is your favorite Netflix show? I just posted on my story about this today, and my favorite Netflix show right now is by far Bridgerton. I have watched it probably like 2 times full out, and I'm on my 3rd. I love it so much. It's romantic, it's suspenseful, it's slightly messy, and those are the type of things I love in a show. So definitely my favorite. Probably my favorite show, period. Probably my favorite show of all time, to be honest with you guys. Like, I'm obsessed. Do you know your personality type? A couple of summers ago, I had to take the Enneagram test to see what personality type I had, and I ended up being a type 6, which is a loyalist. And yeah, I'm a type 6 on the Enneagram, and I would read the description, but it's kind of just reading me the field, so I'll just let you look it up if you want to. Have you been to any concerts or festivals? I have been to only one concert in my life, and I went with my best friend. We went to a Chris Brown concert in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. We were not even close, but it was just a vibe. It was the energy in the air. It was just so lively, and I couldn't believe I was even that close to a celebrity. So definitely love that. All right, you guys, I think that is all I'm gonna answer today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found something out that maybe you didn't know about me, if you do know me. And if you don't know me, I hope you just enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments and give me a like, a comment, and a subscribe, you guys.